score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. 78 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, giving this one up to about the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
On the ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
57's the mic.
Hey, wahoo!
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goldberg. It's complete to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Goldberg. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's Madison. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. 6 seconds remaining in the first half. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Goldberg. And Diggs has it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch up. Go. Fight.
Jones operating from the gun. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the
Yes. Hey, exit.
52's the mic right here, over there, right?
Yo, Chief. Ready?
To throw again. Goldberg. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Ximines. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He sets to fight and got his man complete. Stephon Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 96 yards as his guys are back within a single score. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two.
Oh, yeah, here we go again. Here we go again.
Bravo.
52.
Operating from the gun. Goldberg. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light them.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jones. Funches has it complete. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check right 54. Right 54. Let's get it together, defense.
Come.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught at the 25. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Goldberg going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones caught left side by Funchess. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And some room to roam now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Giants 42. Vikings 30.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Goldberg lets it fly for Thielen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready up. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Squeeze, double down. Mike. Watch that.
2nd and 13.
Get ready.
He's going to launch this thing. Wait. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And give him a gain of 37.
1st down, New York.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones operating from the gun. And he gets it to Funchess complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jones now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
Greystone, travel. 5.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Fights off the defender. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to the air on 2nd down. Goldberg. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now this throw caught left side. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
17 more yards.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Hey, foxtrot.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
On 1st down, Goldberg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Looking to throw. Goldberg. And that is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take them.
Hey, Delta. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Goldberg. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Go, go.
From the gun, Goldberg. And he fires one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing again, Goldberg. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun, Goldberg. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
We call that
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point try good by Gano. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tim Williams charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Gator. I got him. Check. You're out. Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, echo. Rock it. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, You don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Goldberg. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. O'Shane Zimenez in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, just
2nd and 15. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Goldberg. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gano now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Coming to you, coming to